Hey everybody, this is the Midnight Goddess, and I really wasn't expecting to do a second video today, but I kind of had to, because Onision is back on his fucking cutters tirade again. Um, calling it privileged white girls, and saying if you looked up on the internet, cutting, you would see hundreds of pictures of white girls, and it's just spoiled, and people don't want to hire you if you have cuts on you. You know what, buddy? Fuck you. Just absolutely fuck you. You are not a cutter. You've never been a cutter. You things like that. And I'm someone who has harmed, and as someone who used to self harm, I think that your videos are just there to promote a an atmosphere of like hatred, and an atmosphere of I'm better than you, and because I didn't do this, oh look at me, I'm so depressed, I put a gun to my head years ago, and so that means that I know everything about what it is to live like anybody else, and I have totally this like, oh my god, like I can tell every cutter that they're like totally doing it for like their motivation is just totally like, I want attention, I know if I do this I'll get attention. Oh my god, dude, people who self-harm, who don't do it for attention, um first of all, they don't do it for attention. Secondly, um the ones who do, that is still a mental disorder. And um you can't sit there and tell me that what you're doing is helping the situation. You are sitting there and you're going 10 myths about cutting and cutters. They're not necessarily suicidal. Well, duh. Thank you, Captain Fucking Obvious. Just because you're a cutter does not mean that you want to commit suicide. Just because you're a cutter doesn't mean your life wants to end. Have you ever heard of crying tears of blood? How some people can't express their emotions to such an extent that they are only able to cry in a symbolic way, which is the blood coming out of their body in tears. And what about cutters who cut on their thighs and their hips or their legs where people can't see them? You're always talking about rich little white girls who cut their wrists. Well, what about all the thousands of people who do it in a way that no one would find out? When I was cutting, and back when it was called self mutilation, um, you know, I didn't talk about it with other people. I didn't talk about it for years after doing it. And I'm not going to get into what I did or how long I did it for. But it's not something I spoke about. I went to great lengths to hide it. And saying to somebody, lock yourself in an institution, I've been in institutions, Greg. They're not going to help with cutting. They don't help with cutting. It may help with the depression, but the cutting is the symptom, not the problem. It is a symptom of something, not a problem of something. And the way that you completely disregard, disrespect, and marginalize people in your videos is completely and utterly wrong, and you are completely and utterly full of shit. Just go fuck yourself, Greg. Seriously. Seriously, just go fuck yourself.